Hello, welcome back to Oops All Archers FE8 the LTC. Today we're going to be doing Chapter 16, Ruled by Madness. Now, I don't need to buy anything from any of the overworld shops, but unfortunately I do need to go and visit the skirmish. Not because we're going to be completing it, but because I need 2 enemies to be of a very specific stat threshold in the upcoming map, and this seems to be the only way to set what it is. So yeah, immediately retreat. And let's head into the map. Right, so this map where you fight Orson could potentially be a free turn if I were to actually have Natasha here already at warp rank. Unfortunately, this is not mathematically possible because I don't have a dancer. Thank you to Jumpy23 on Fishcord for helping me to, I guess, review my math and helped me to realize that this really is not possible, so I've come to peace with this. If I did have her at warp, then I could have Large Shell somewhere where she could collect Ephraim on turn 1, and then get warped by Natasha over the wall. On turn 2, she would be able to kill her way over to the boss, who is not Orson, but is Denning, who does not have a message for us from Lord Nurgle, and then drop off Ephraim on turn 3. Originally, I thought this would be a 2-turn flaw in this context, but I forgot that you can't take and give in the same action. You can take drop, but you can't take give, as otherwise that would make it a 2-turn. Anyway, in terms of the units that we're going to bring, we don't really need anyone other than Ephraim, Dusel, Larshell, and Gilliam is also needed. We do need someone to carry Ephraim over to Larshell, and we're also going to be bringing along Renak. Just going to do my item management. Renak should have nothing on his person. Natasha here needs to have warp, and she also needs to have a steel bow in order to kill an enemy, which I've set back to its previous values of 255 hit, 100 crit. We're just going to trade this silence over to Gilliam, not because we're going to necessarily use it, but because it gives more experience, so I'd like to repair it if possible. And then off of Colm, we need to get Myrrh. Ephraim can be holding on to those things, Gilliam can be holding on to that. We might as well just get him a javelin, even though there's no point. Larshell needs to get out a chest key, and she also needs a steel bow. Right, this all looks good, so now we have to position. Oh, we also need to review our new unit, which is Myrrh. Myrrh, rather than joining us as a Manakete, joins us here as a level 1 Mage Archer. This means that she has the same promotion paths as Larshell does, so if you want the high movement, you turn her into a Paladin. In her case, the D-staves don't matter, because we have this excellent weapon here, the Dragonstone, which in this pack is 2 range, just like any other bow. It still is 16 might, although it doesn't have durability. And in combination with her base 12 strength, the plus 12 Dragonstone strength bonus means that we have a very strong weapon, which is especially strong against monsters due to it having triple effectiveness, unlike Sacred Twin weapons only having double effectiveness. She is a very strong boss killer if you did need her to become one, not least because even though her luck is not fantastic and does not have particularly high growth in ungrowth edited Oops All Archers, she can never be crit. And her growths, of course, are excellent. We're not going to be able to see this truly in this form, but her defense and HP growths are over 100, which is why I've set them to 200 for the true maximum luck moment. We're not going to be using her because we already have everyone that we would need to boss kill for boss killing purposes, but yeah, she's very, very useful because she takes basically no damage from everything when she has the Dragonstone equipped, and with her growths, if you're able to level her up slightly, she'll probably get to the point where even if you have her hold on to something like a Shining Bow, they're probably still not going to do very much damage to her either, with that over 100% defense growth. Okay, so now we just need to position. Natasha needs to be right here, full north. Dusel should be right next to La Rochelle. Gilliam's just going to be here. And it doesn't really matter where anyone else is, to be perfectly honest, but this is all fine. Just need to check the actually important thing. Okay, good. I need these Swordmasters here to have 39 HP and 9 defense as the maximum stats they can have. 40 HP is acceptable if they have 8 defense, which both of these roll low, but if they roll high on both HP and defense, my clear idea does not work. That's why we had to go visit the skirmish. Right, this looks like everything, so let's go. Reposition helps out again. La Rochelle moves her full move. It doesn't matter which one of these we use, like right here. So let's just use the steel bow. Natasha has to use her Myrrh on both of the first 2 turns of this map, because that will get her the exact amount of weapon experience she needs to actually reach warp rank, which we do need for this map. We rescue Ephraim, move right up next to La Rochelle, who equips a shining bow, takes Ephraim, and moves along here. That's literally all the important things that need to be done in terms of the positioning on this turn. So it's going to move people so that they're in optimal positions for reinforcements that will appear eventually. Kyle doesn't need to do anything, but yeah. Well, Kyle needs to move east, but he doesn't actually need to do this. It's just for an extra side objective. As end turn, nothing much is going to happen, other than these enemies going to die. That soldier dies. Right. La Rochelle can once again get another kill. Get a door key, which we're going to store. And La Rochelle moves back. Gilliam moves up here. Can rally defense, so he does. There's no need, because she will, like, although the javelin still at 100 hits, she will survive, even if I hadn't rallied defense for +4 defense. But anyway, we stand here, and it doesn't matter what we command, we're just going to command silence, because that can give us more experience when used. And we can buy plenty of javelins. And that right there is warp rank. Let's go! Kyle once again moves his full move. We can just have Cormag fly over slightly as well. And that's get everything for this time as well. Yeah, this was always safe. There's not even a need to give her the Hop on Guard. It's just nice for her to get this kill, because it means that now we've hit another multiple of 2 of magic. Turn 3. It's warping time. So, La Rochelle is going to kill Denning. The reason why it's important that we have this steel bow here is because the 4 extra weapon might means that she can actually kill. And yeah, he doesn't have a message for us from Lord Nurgle. But he is still dead. See ya. Galeforce activates. And now we just stand here, equip a Shining Bow, switch Ephraim to the Regan Leaf, drop him 1 north, and we just start to run away. And for the sake of side objectives, we're just going to stand here with Javelin, because this enemy here has a chest key. I don't particularly care about it, but side objective moment, I guess. Kyle is going to move his full move. And in this part, he's now past a reinforcement line zone. Ephraim's going to get quite a few kills this turn, so we can speed this footage up. Ephraim kills Swordmaster 1. Ephraim kills Swordmaster 2. And he kills the druid sitting on the throne. Kyle should hit both a level and also a rank Lancers. Not important, but it is there. And we get the chest key. And Larshal should get another level. There we go. Right. So all of these reinforcements spawned because the requisite reinforcement triggers have been activated. None of these enemies give very much experience, which is a bit sad, but might as well. And it's not even necessarily level related, because Cormag is promoted 4, but look how much experience he gets off of one of these. Yeah, they're literally 1 level lower than him and they give no experience. Anyway, the reason why we actually activated them is because that means that Renak can now steal this red gem from this Great Knight. It's not important, it's just there to flex, so now we can kill. Once again, the power of Lunar Crits prevails. Yep. And we can just have people mop things up for the flex. I'm still not entirely sure how Colossus works, because that looked like crit damage. Anyway. So something that I find funny, and part of the reason why I'm demonstrating this, is that Seth actually potentially has like the worst combat of everyone here, just because I haven't set the Iron Blade crit to 100, but this was obviously useful when I was planning out getting him to S swords as a backup plan, or my original plan for the formal T-skill. So, technically, Natasha and Gilliam are both in positions where if I wanted to, I could get this hero crest off of this warrior if I were willing to use a usage of the Warp Staff. This is something I'm not willing to do, because Chapter 18, Egg Map in particular, seems a bit complicated, so I would rather not use my warp uses now. I have my warp uses planned out for all of the chapters besides 18, but the egg map is the most complicated one to plan. So instead we're just going to move here, and we're just going to barrier up Gilliam. We could always trade and try to use silence on this Berserk Staff user over here, but I'll be perfectly honest, she's already got all the warp range that she needs, so I don't think the extra experience really matters. Right, so the reason why we moved Larshal away like that is because we want to get the Purge tome off of this remnant here. Soleil has B light magic, which means that we can potentially use this to snipe some of the eggs in egg map. And as a result, this is the 4th time I've had to record this map, because I realized in the 3rd recording, which was originally going to be my final one, that Purge could actually be useful on that map, and that it's the right rank for him to use. Otherwise, we would be killing this here priest for the physics staff, but it doesn't matter because, well, Natasha's the only one who can use it, and she should really be using warp every turn anyway, from now on. So, we kill Purge Sage. And now, once again, just to kind of flex on side objectives, we are able to get either the 5,000 gold, or I believe the Knight's Crest. They are worth the same amount, so let's just get to the gold. And that is everything. So that's a full turn of Chapter 16. And that is just the Regular Leaf Canto Plus effect. Right. So I'm going to save state now, because I think that this is very funny. So if you use the Solar Brace and Lunar Braces now, then Ephraim turns into a Ranger. So he gains sword access. And Erica will turn into a sniper. This is not what they turn into if you were to use these on them outside, and I would rather use them outside of this, so I will go back to the save state. No. Thank you for the Solar Brace. And we get now the Sigmund, which is, like the Regan Leaf, a one-range bow, and it grants the counter skill. We're just going to store, doesn't matter what we store. And we also have Siglinde, which now also means that Erica also has a one-range bow option. So it says it's the Sacred Twin Savage Bow. That's because it also gives the skill Savage Blow. So let's just store the Steel Sword. And let's save over here. Now I'm going to show you what they can actually promote into. So if you use the Solar Brace on Ephraim outside of that one scene, then he turns into a Great Lord, which is just a bow-using variant of his regular promoted class. He can also use lances now. So that's obviously more useful than swords, because javelins I've rigged the crit for rather extensively. It says he's learned convoy skill. He has not learned the convoy skill. He already had the convoy skill. He has now learned Canto. It's just that this is displayed, this is showed as learned because it's the last one that appears in the order. And then Erica promotes into Lynn's promoted class. There we go. And she gains the ability to use swords. She also is learned a new skill, which is not Convoy. This skill is Nature Rush. If unit is on rough terrain, unit gains +2 move. I think this is quite an interesting idea for a skill, because it means that when this is active, she has more move than Ephraim does, because his promoted class should have 7. Still, it's not exactly going to see very much application here, shall I say. So yeah, that is going to be everything for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again for the next map, which is Chapter 17, River of Regrets. Thanks again, and see you next time.